So shall I begin? Have you called all of your friends? I know time is important to everybody, so I definitely want to be able to respect everybody's time. Hi, 50 plus. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Hi. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Blessing, thank you so much. Yeah, you know this is something that I'm very passionate about, and you know you and I have been working together to get this done. So I'm really, really excited to share with everybody else. So it's just not my group of friends, but able to share with everybody. So yeah, thank you guys for coming in. All right, I think we should probably begin now, right? Give me a thumbs up if I should go ahead and start, or should we wait on other people to join in? Because I don't want anybody to miss anything, so I'm really trying to like kind of like wait a little bit. But if you guys are just like, hey Queen, go ahead, talk, we're here, I'll do it. Thank you. So I wrote down a lot of things so that I can make sure that I stick to the point, because if you guys know me, I like to talk. So I want to make sure that I'm respecting each person's time, and that I really go straight to the point, and that I'm able to give you every information, because I do not want to miss anything. I would hate to get off this live and just like, oh my God, I forgot to tell them this. So I don't want that. So I spent about 3 days going through my school loan website and just making sure that I have everything written down and everything that I did. So I have some cheat sheet here, so you'll probably see me reading. I am still hearing you guys, but I just want to make sure that I give you guys the points that really helped me out, so that it can hopefully help you out also. So first thing first, again, thank you guys for coming on here. I know that you guys can be doing any other thing with your life, so I'm really happy that you took the time to come chit chat with me, and let's just have a little good conversation of how to pay off your school loan. A little disclaimer: I am not a financial expert, so please don't quote me. Don't say I didn't go to school to be a financial advisor or expert or whatever. This is my experiences that I have gone through. So please, I would advise you definitely speak to your financial advisor and get some more information that really pertains to your own financial situation, and then pick one or two things from the things that I've done for myself that can probably help you out. So I just want to get a disclaimer out. I didn't go to school for this. But a little background. I went to LSU, Louisiana State University. Go Tigers, purple and yellow. So I studied in LSU. I studied communications, which is why I like to talk. And I started talking. Look at that. But yeah, I studied communications in college. I finished in May of 2010. So it's pretty much 10 years now. And to me, when I thought about this, I was like, this is probably the perfect timing to do this, because obviously we have a lot of graduates right now. And so, the good thing about finishing school is like, yes, I'm done. No more studying and exams and all that. But the other bad side of it is that once you're done, you have to start thinking about school loans. So I hope that whatever I'm going to tell you today would kind of start getting you thinking of what you can do to minimize the number of years of having to pay that school loans. And again, a lot of people always feel like, oh, it's school loans. It's, a small interest rate. That's fine. I'll pay in 20, 40 years. It's fine. No, I think today, I hope that with this message, you're able to change your mentality about the idea of, oh, it's school loan. I'll just pay it off whenever. So yeah. So as for with communications, I did try to get a minor in business administration, but econ will not let me pass. I tried it 2 times, it won't let me pass. So I was like, you know what? The Lord said have sense, and I had sense immediately. I was like, I cannot do this econ. Nothing's happening. I tried it. I'm someone that I'll always try at least twice before I give up, and I just couldn't pass econ. And I was like, my brain and econ do not relate, so let us work out. In order for me not to destroy my GPA, I decided to leave business minor away. But I did take, finance and management classes and marketing classes, accounting classes, and I had A's and B's and all those things. So when it comes to numbers, I really do enjoy things about numbers and just trying to budget. Yeah, please make sure that you put your comments. After I'm done, I'm gonna go through your questions and answer as much questions as possible. Hopefully we're still within time. So yeah, so that's my background in terms of my education and why decided to get school loans. Well, obviously financial aids are wonderful and all that, but sometimes they're not enough, and you need to be able to get a little bit more money to finish your loan, to finish your school. So how for me, I got a total school loan of $21,437. Now, to some people, this might feel like Queen Esther, that's just chicken change. 21,000. I can do that in my sleep. Yes, please grab a pen and paper. Please, you will need to write this down because I had to type mine out also. So please get a pen and paper. Thank you, Blessing. So you might feel like 21,000. Oh my God, that is so small money. That's chicken change. I can pay that in like tomorrow. Wonderful. That's great. And you have people that feel like, oh my God, 21,000. Jesus, that is a lot of money. Like, how did you do it? But it doesn't really matter whether it's a larger amount of money or a small amount of money. What is important to always remember that is always get the loan that you absolutely need, not the loan that you want. Because if you get the loan that you want, after the school, when you start paying that interest, you'll be paying extra interest on loan that you thought that you wanted, but you absolutely did not need. Woo, that's a word. That's preaching right there. That's a word. Yeah, get only the loan that you need to be able to finish school. And this can even be in any kind of loan. Only get the loan that you need. Don't get the loan that you want. A lot of times we get so carried away with the fact that, oh yeah, I have good interest. I can get like $20,000 loan. Wonderful. But do you really need that $20,000 loan? Can you survive with $15,000? You know what I mean? So think about that. Think about the fact that you're going to be paying an extra, $3,000-$4,000 on the other part of the loan that you absolutely did not need to graduate. So again, don't worry if my loan amount seems pretty small or if my loan amount seems pretty large. Focus on absolutely what you need in order for you to finish school. If you already finished school, it's already done. Now figure out how we're going to pay it off, which is why we are here today. All right. So my total loan was $21,437 as of the time that I graduated school. Now I had two sets of loan. Actually, it was just one, but once I finished, I don't know what they did. They divided, two loans. So I had my Fed loan and I had my Ed Financial loan. With my Fed loan, I had a total of $7,500, and it was divided into two. One was $2,000 and one was $5,500. These were my principal loans that I graduated with. With my Ed Financial loan, I had three sections. It was divided into three sections. I had one for $2,000, I had one for $4,500, and I had one for $7,437. Again, these were my principal loans that I borrowed as of the time that I needed it. With my Fed loan, we are not going to focus that much on it because with that loan, in 2017, I decided to go ahead and just pay off that loan. I had money in savings that I had been saving, and I don't know what was going on with me. I was like, you know what? Why do I have money in savings and I have school loan? It makes no sense. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pay it off. So with that loan, I literally just closed my eyes and I paid it off. And I paid that one off in March of 2017. Now, as of the time that I paid off that loan, it was already at $8,061.93. So I really had an extra interest of $561. And that one was with an interest rate of 6.8. So with that one, again, we're not really going to focus on that one because that was just really just like I had extra huge amount of money. Actually, not even extra. I just had money in savings and just, you know what, I'm just going to pay it off. So we're not really going to deal with that because not everybody have the luxury of having such a huge amount of money in their accounts to just close their eyes and pay it off. What we're going to focus on is the Ed Financial loan. Again, with the Ed Financial loan, there were three sections. I had Group A. Group A was $7,347, and that was with an interest rate of 3.8. So you're gonna hear my AC, I'm hot. Group B was $4,500. That was an interest rate of 6%. And then Group C was $2,000 with an interest rate of 6.8%. So with that, after I had paid off my Fed loan, the one that I just paid off with that 8,000, I don't know what was happening with me. I was like, what am I doing with my life? I sat down there and I really decided, okay, I finished school in 2010. 7 years later, I paid off one loan. And I still have another loan just kind of hanging around. I need to figure out a game plan of how I'm going to pay off this loan because it's 7 years after. So I came up with a game plan, but that just did not even work because, as you all know, life happens and family emergencies will come up, your life emergencies will come up. I had an accident, I had to get a new car, I moved to LA, like several things just happened and I couldn't pay it off. And so last year, I sat down again, I was like, I need to figure out a game plan. How can I cut down this loan so that I don't keep on paying this for another 20 years? Because I did not want that kind of life. I'm always someone that I always want to get to a point where I am debt-free. So I sat down and I went through my Ed Financial website. I probably went through that website for a whole week, just really digging deep of how I was gonna pay it off. And so what I decided to do, of course, if you have watched my how to save video, which I do recommend that you watch that so much, because what I'm about to tell you right now is as a result of that video, as a result of how I learned how to save. Because if I did not know how to save, I would not be able to do this. And yes, I am being very transparent with you guys. This is really my financial life, and it's hard for me to just open up and just tell you guys everything about my financial life. But I feel like, in the world that we are right now, what's the point of keeping things to yourself? You should always be able to share. So thank you, Blessing. So I really decided to figure out how I was gonna pay off this loan. And I went through that website for a whole week. You need to see me with numbers. I have pen and paper. I'll be going through numbers every 2 seconds. My mom tells me that I have such a serious face when I look at numbers because I don't play. I come from nothing, so I always have to work hard for everything. But I know I come from God, so I know I am wealthy with God. So with that, I really analyzed the loan. So I realized that with my loan, every amount that I had been paying from when I finished school, actually, I had already started paying the school loans even before I even graduated. Yes, there will be Q&As, absolutely. There will be Q&As. I realized I actually had been paying these loans even before I finished school. So I look at all of my loans and I realized in my Group A loan, which is the original balance of $7,347, I realized that most of my principal balance that I pay monthly went to only my Group A. Now, my Group A loan had an interest rate of 3.8. However, my Group B, that one had an interest rate of 6%, but that one had a total balance of $4,500. Again, principal balance. With that section, whatever I was paying monthly was not going there. That group was going negative. Instead of a positive where the loan is reducing, it was going negative, meaning that interest rates were being added to that loan a lot more. So I started with 4,500, but I kept on going up. 4,800, 5,000. It just kept on going up. And then my Group C loan, that was $2,000. People, $2,000, so that I could have closed my eyes and paid tete. Okay, this is where my Nigerian side comes out. That one had a 6.8 interest rate. Okay, I was like, that one also was negative. The only loan that was positive was my Group A, which was the total balance of $7,500 principal balance. So that one was going down little by little. However, even though my Group A was going down in terms of the amounts reducing, but my Group B and my Group C were going up. Whatever amount I was paying monthly was not, it was pretty much at the balance. Cause it's almost like if I'm paying $80 per month, and let's say, and I'm just throwing out numbers, $70 is going into my group A, but then another $70 is going into my group B and group C. You can see nothing is moving. You get it? So I was like, okay, this is not good. This is not great. And so with that, and keep in mind also, just to put it out there, my school loans were an average of my monthly payments was an average of between $80 to about $162. That was really my monthly payment. And I had also gone through times where I couldn't pay anything at all, and I had to do a forbearance or do an income base where they had to reevaluate my income again and give me either lower monthly payments or so. So when I realized, okay, this is going negative and this one is going positive, but when you add 2 and 2 together, nothing is moving. So I'm just paying school loans and nothing is happening. We need to change. So in April of last year, now this is where the dates of my 1-year plan came into place. In April of last year, before I started paying the loans off, I decided, okay, I'm gonna tackle the highest interest rate first. Always tackle the highest interest rate, because that's where the money that you're paying monthly is not going into. It's only going to the one that has the lowest interest rates. And that one has the highest balance. So I decided to tackle the highest interest rate. Now, highest interest rate was $2,000 principal balance. However, as of the time that I decided to pay off my loan, it was at $2,926. And so in April 15th of 2019, I had a little extra change in my account, and I was like, okay, let me just take out some money and pay it off. And so I only took $1,386 into my group C. And again, my how to save video helped me out a whole lot, because I live in LA and LA is expensive. There's many homeless people on the street though. I'm not trying to be homeless and join the people on the street. God bless them, and I hope that things change for them. But I had to be smart, and I had to figure out, how can I pay my bills and still have savings, because you should always have at least 3 to 6 months of savings in your account for rainy days, but still figure out a way to be able to pay this loan off. So I started small. So I paid that $1,300 into my group C. When I did that, a little of my monthly payments reduced. And I was like, okay, we're going somewhere, So I said, no problem. Then the next month, May 15th of 2019, I was like, okay, if I could pay $1,300 and, I'm okay, no shakings, I'm good, So I decided to go ahead and pay the whole, everything off of that group C. So I paid $1,400, so $1,471.75. And so I was able to clear out that group C out. When I tell you that made a huge difference, so let's just say my monthly payments was, I believe it was $161.25. It dropped to about, I think it was like $90-something of my monthly payments. A lot of people would rather pay more money into their monthly payments. I personally don't advise that, because I feel like you will not really see a huge difference. I rather, pay a big chunk out, to kind of clear it out. So with that, my monthly payments reduced. And when my monthly payments reduced, I was like, you know what? Even though I'm not paying a little money in my monthly payments, I don't want to take that for granted. So whatever difference that I was paying before, I took that difference and put it into my savings. And I just kept on saving monthly. So once group C was out of the way, guess what happened? Remember my group B that was negative and kept on going up? Because remember, it was $4,500 was my original balance, but it kept on going up. So as of the time that I paid off group C off, my group B was about $5,307. This is not adding all the monthly payments I have been paying forever. It's not adding all of those. And so, I just kept on paying monthly payments. Obviously, I didn't have enough money anymore, because I've paid this group C off, and I'm just like, I'm broke, I need help. But I just kept on saving. I knew what my plan was. And so in December December 16th of 2019, I had enough money in my savings, and I went ahead and paid my group B off. Now remember, because I had paid off my group C, my group B started reducing in terms of the balance. And because I was paying that off, it went from a 5,300. As of the time that I paid off my group B, it was at $4,880. So I closed my eyes and I paid that off immediately. When I tell you, doing that is such a huge risk. So for me, I would say if you're not able to close your eyes and just pay that thing off, break it down. Break it down into 2 or into 3, to really help you out. Because things happen, emergencies happen, so I don't want to tell you, oh, just clear out your whole account. So if you can break it down, go ahead and break it down. I knew that I could do it because I take a little bit extra risks when it comes to being debt-free for me. So I was able to do that, and I just kind of like paid that off immediately. When I paid that off, immediately, oh my God, like my monthly payment dropped from that $90-something to about $70-something. Now, the mistake that I made, and you guys are probably gonna laugh at me. Yes, Blessing said you have to be determined. Absolutely, yeah, and stinging. Absolutely, that's actually one of my points. When that happened, I was so scared. There is nothing as, for me, not having money in my accounts. I'm like shaking, like fever will catch me, like so fast. But I knew what my game plan was, and I also knew what income I was expecting in the next 2 to 3 months. So as much as it was scary for me, I knew where extra income was going to be coming from. Again, you don't have to do a huge amount like I did if you don't have a game plan of where your extra income is going to be coming from. So please divide it, break it down into 2, into 3, but always tackle the highest interest rates first, because that's where they're taking all your money. They're not smart. They think that you're not smart, but you're smart because you have me. No problem. That's where they're taking all of your money. So always tackle the highest interest rate first. And so once I paid off that group B, of course I knew, okay, I have income coming from this place, tax return was coming up. I was like, the government, you're paying back my money. You took my money from me, you pay me back. So I had an idea of where I was going to be getting extra income from. And so with my group A, that one, remember it was a total balance of $7,500. That one had been obviously, getting down every month. It was a slow progression, but it was, reducing every month. As of January 28th, 2020, I cannot tell you how excited I was to finally close my eyes. It was serious close though. It was prayer and fasting closed eyes. To finally close my eyes and say, Queen Esther, you have to do this. You cannot get into 2020, which was already January, and still be having this upon your life. And I just closed my eyes and I cleared it out. As of the time that I cleared out my group A, it was at $6,501. Again, the reason why it reduced was because I tackled my highest interest rates first. And because I tackled that, every other extra money that I was paying monthly was now shooting into more of my principal balance into my group A and then into my group B. And once I tackled the group B off, everything pretty much went into my group A. Now keep in mind, the loan company, they're not going to be happy with you at all. They're mad. Like the annoyance that is in them is painful because you're paying them off. So they're not happy at all. When I paid off my group B, I paid it off a little bit after 3 p.m. and they were not happy. So the next day I had an extra interest rate that was so annoying. So I'm going to tell you that story later. But once I paid off that group A, when I tell you the relief that I had such a huge relief because I felt like I accomplished something for myself. And knowing the fact that I did not have anybody to do that for me, that I had to do it. Oh God, don't get emotional, Esther. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I had to do that for myself. I didn't have parents to have to pay that for me. Oh, why are you crying? I'm sorry, guys. I didn't have anybody to do that for me. It was my education. I knew how much I worked hard for it. And for me to be able to do that, ooh, why are you crying? Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. This was not the plan, I apologize. You don't understand how hard it is to work so hard and being the first child of my family and having to take care of a lot and knowing the fact that you can actually pay off your own school loans by yourself. Oh my God, why am I crying? I'm so sorry, this was not the plan. I apologize. It meant a lot to me to say that I was done and I didn't have to have this loan on my head anymore. And again, a lot of people always feel like, oh, school loans, that's it, that's it. But it was such a relief. I cried and I thank God. And, you know, I don't have a husband. I don't have a father. Thank God for my mom. And God bless her because she really worked hard to get us, you know, education. But to know that I didn't have to open legs for no man, no. I didn't open any legs. So it meant a lot to me that I was able to do that for myself. Oh my God, all my concealer is out. It was a huge relief. A really, really huge relief for me. And I hope that somehow like, you guys get this feeling that I'm getting because it's not easy. After 10 years of finishing school, to know that you are able to actually pay that off, oh, it's really only because of God, because I could have not been able to do it on my own. The way He was blessing me, I could not do it on my own. But, oh, sorry guys. I did all this makeup for you guys and now it's gone. I apologize. A few things to remember. Just a few tips to remember. Always learn how to save. As a woman, it's so important. Just learn how to save. A lot of us don't have the luxury of having people to give us things. So learn how to save. So please go and watch that video that I posted on my YouTube page. The link is in my bio. Go and watch that. And it's really going to help you out. It doesn't matter how small you start. It goes a long way. Oh my God, why am I crying? I mean, I know why I'm crying, but I shouldn't be crying. It is tears of joy. It goes a long way. Just learning how to save would help your life a whole lot, you know. So please learn how to save your own money. And even if you have rich parents, still learn how to save. Cut down the things that you don't need. When I tell you, part of my how to save video, I really had to analyze, you know, things that I absolutely, God, I'm crying and sniffing my nose. Jesus Christ, I apologize, guys. This is not it. I really had to analyze the things that I just buy just to buy because I just want to buy things. I cut down a whole bunch of stuff. And I had to be selfish to myself. You know, there were times I wanted to travel. You guys know me, I love to travel. I wanted to travel so bad, but I couldn't. For 3 years, I could not travel because I knew I wanted to be able to be debt-free. And so I was selfish to myself. I was selfish to my family. Sometimes my brother can testify. He's on here, you know. Michael told them, you know, I had to be selfish to my family sometimes. If you do not absolutely need the money, you will not get it. This pocket will not be giving you any kind of money. You know, it doesn't mean that you're selfish. It just means that you have a game plan. You need to stick to the budget, you know, to be able to be debt-free because no one wants to be in debt forever. So really cut down on the things that you don't need. Yes, you have to be selfish to yourself and maybe a little bit to your family members. And again, paying monthly payments, like paying more into your school loans every month, to me did not make any financial sense because you will not really see that much of a difference to me. And so I really advise probably putting that extra money into savings until you can have a huge chunk of money to be able to clear that out totally. And then again, remember that when you're paying off your school loan, this is something that I actually spoke to Blessing about. When you pay off your school loan, make sure you do it before 3 p.m. Central Time. Because if you do it after 3 p.m. Central Time, there will be an additional interest added for the day. When I paid off my Group B loan, I had spoken obviously to the financial aid people, and they're like, oh yeah, you can pay it off, and they didn't tell me about the additional interest. And so the next day, I looked, I was like all excited. I was like, oh my God, let me go look at my school loan website and see like the zero balance. I saw $2.42. People. I was so mad. I was like, where is this $2 coming from? I know you guys are probably thinking it's $2 now. It's my money. Is it your money? It's my money. So I called her. I was like, why did you guys charge an additional $2.42? Where is this coming from? They said, oh ma'am, it is interest for the additional day. I'm like, you guys didn't tell me about that. I would have paid it off. Take that money out. Let me tell you guys, I fought that money for a whole week. I called him for a whole week. I wanted that money waived. I didn't care if it was $2.42. I had a game plan. You guys told me exactly how much you wanted me to pay, and I paid that off, and now you're charging me $2.42 for what? I still had to pay it. I still had to pay it because they will not waive it. So please, make sure you pay it before 3 p.m. Central Time so you don't get additional interest added. It was annoying. Anyway. Yeah, which one? Let's see. What did I say? Yeah, so yeah, just make sure you do that. Now, honestly, if I knew what I knew last year, I would have paid it off a long time ago. So, as of the time that I looked at everything that I paid off, okay, everything that I paid off, and then hopefully that I wrote this down. Yeah, my total payment history from the time that I started paying the school loan, my total payment history was $18,283.49. That's how much total that I paid on the Ed Financial loan. My principal was only total, this is Group A, Group B, and Group C, was only total of $13,977.21. However, the interest that I paid was $4,346.28. And I'm smiling because it's annoying. It's so annoying. $2,000 for that. I could have paid that off a long time ago. So I paid $4,346 for the interest, which to me was absolutely ridiculous to me. If I knew what I knew last year, this would have been paid off. So please, I hope that whatever tip that I have shared with you, please go back to your financial aid website, go back to your loan website and look at your loan, analyze it, look at what your interest rate is, look at what your original balance is. Start figuring out how you're going to pay this off. Again, you don't have to do the huge chunk that I did. For me, I take extra risks when it comes to paying off my loans. So if you want to break it down 2-3 times, like if you want to break each loan section like 2 times, 3 times, do that. It's really going to make a huge difference. You don't have to wait 10 years after college to pay off a school loan. And I know something you might have like 60,000. It's very doable. If you give yourself 2 years, you can do it. If you give yourself 3 years, you can do it. But have a game plan. I, again, have like all these books that I write down everything. This year, I just graduated to Excel sheets. I was like, okay, Esther, be a grown-up and get Excel, and do that. But I like to still write things on paper and pen. I like to scratch off things and scratch in and write and write and write. So, have a game plan. You don't have to be in debt forever. Now, there are some people like me, back in my days, I was like, it's okay. When I get married, my husband will help pay off the school loans for me. I don't need to worry. I'm 33 years old though. I'm not yet married. Which husband? It's not happening. The point is, don't wait on a husband to come pay off your school loans. They did not go to the school with you. But they did when you decide to go to school. Is it their business? So please, if you're a female out here, don't have that mentality of waiting on a husband to come pay your school loan. They did not go to the school with you. And perhaps if you're African like us, during the the bride price stuff, he will pay it somehow, somewhere. He will pay it. But please pay off your school loans. Do the best that you can do and tackle it every day, little by little, and get to the point where you are as close to being debt-free as possible. Because this America, again, we live paycheck to paycheck, but that does not have to be your story. You are a child of God and you are wealthy. He has given us the riches of this world. The people that are of the world don't have two brains. They don't have two brains. So please figure out a way to make some kind of adjustment to your life. Look at your school loans, analyze them, call the loan company. If you're able to consolidate your loans, you can do that. I know sometimes you have to, be like a doctor or a nurse or so, a teacher, to be able to have like school loans forgiveness or so. Wherever you can get them to waive some stuff, call them, waive it in as much as can, or you can consolidate your loan. Right now, with everything happening with quarantine and all that, I know that the government has kind of like put a stop on school loans, so you don't have to pay your school loans right now, or and they've also freezed the interest rate. So that's awesome. So while they are putting it on hold, be saving, save that money. Stop buying clothes on ASOS every week. I mean, that's me actually. Actually, that's not me. But stop buying clothes on ASOS every single week. Cut down on that budget. I have an Excel sheet that I use for my budget. I got it from a YouTuber, Patricia Bright, and she has a great Excel sheet. Definitely look for one that you can use so you can actually see how much you're spending every single day and start tackling that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I had to share with you guys. I hope that helps you out. I'm going to look and see what questions that you guys have. If you want to repeat your questions, please do that. Because I'm going to just scroll down and see if I see any questions that you guys had for me. But I really hope that blesses your life. I hope that, that it was helpful. And if I missed something or something that pertains to you, please let me know and I'll be able to answer it for you. Let's see, while I'm just scrolling down some questions here. And again, I'm so sorry that I cried. I had no plans on crying. But apparently, I just finished my period. So maybe that's why, that emotions is hitting me. Blessing says, this is wisdom. Change your mentality to achieve a goal. Absolutely. Change your mentality. Let's see. Thank you. Do you guys have any questions? I'm just trying to scroll to see if I see any questions. Let's see. Oh, say the day I will cry when mine is finally paid off. Yeah, it's really a relief once you're able to just get that out of the way. I cried. I was just really, really proud of myself to know that I was able to do this on my own. And it's not, I'm not trying to be all prideful. Oh, I did it on my own, but it's hard work. It really takes a lot of dedication, just being able to just know that, you didn't have to wait on your parents or, anybody else to do it for you. You're able to do this on your own. It's a really huge thing of joy for you, I still see your makeup. Thank you, because I worked so hard on that makeup. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Oh, add it to the bride price. Yes, absolutely. Oh, sorry. Why am I flipping my camera? Let's see any question. How do you know how many loan companies you have? It's like they are becoming out of the cut. Well, for me, they are going to send you that letter. Believe me. They don't play with their money. They will send you the letter, and then you just log into their website and create an account, or call them and get some more information. So I think for me, I had Ed Financial. Ed Financial had all of my loans. I think it was Ed Financial Layla had all of my loans. But then I don't know what happened to them. They divided it into the Fed loan and then just the Ed Financial. And so they would send you an email, and they would also send you a letter. they'll pump that letter into your mailbox every single month until you answer them. But yeah, that's how I was able to figure out what loan I had. And whenever you're filling out your financial aid, if you are in school, whenever you're filling out your financial aid, it will tell you what loan company. But you should definitely get a letter from the mail to let you know what company that you have to pay for, and then just go ahead and analyze how much loan that you took and how much they're charging you, and what interest rate that they're charging you. Rosie, could you post your question again, please? I didn't see it. Someone said, I've heard about a lot of scary story about people getting scammed and paying the wrong company. How can you avoid this? That's a good question. That's a very, very good question. I actually had a lot of companies that called me, was like, oh, we can consolidate your loan for you. Even after I finished paying the loan, they are still calling me. I don't understand. Don't call me. Don't remind me of my past. I did get a lot of phone calls. I really don't know. I think for me, once I was getting those emails and I really went and searched, and then I was really able to see, okay, this is the loan that I collected. Again, also your Credit Karma. So I signed up for Credit Karma so I can be able to check my credit score. Because if you know me, I am obsessed with credit score. Obsessed with credit score. If you're a man and you're trying to marry me and your credit score is like below 715, we have a problem. Because so yeah, I'm very obsessed with credit score. So I signed up with Credit Karma, which I do advise you to do that, so you can be able to check your credit score. And when you do that, they have a section where it says account opened. If you click on that account open, it will show you a list of all of the credit cards that you have and all of the loans that you have, and even also your car loan. And it will also give you a section where it checks off the months that you paid. So if you skip a month, you will know. Because your credit card company, your loan company, your car company would send that information to your credit score company, Credit Karma or Equifax or TransUnion. They will send it over there, so you can check that, and it will show you a list of your school loan companies. So that could be a pretty good way for you to find out who actually is your company, so you're paying the right people. And then call them before I even paid off the loan. I'll call them like 2 or 3 times before I finally paid it, because I want to know if what you're telling me is the same thing that the other person will tell me. I want to make sure you guys are telling me exactly the same thing, because if someone is saying something different, I'm calling the third person. This money is not a joke. No one is giving me this money. So I had to make sure that I am paying that I'm getting the right information. So sometimes I'll call them like 2-3 times. It's my time, it's my money. So please call them as much as possible. Get the information that you need and make sure that what they're telling you is exactly the same thing with everybody across the board. Let's see, what other question? Did you use any changes did you see any changes in your credit score? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. One, it's not good to close your account. So if you have a credit card, do not close your credit card, because the credit card history helps also to increase your credit score. But with the school loans, once you paid off, it does close that account, and it made a tremendous increase in my credit score. I believe I probably jumped about 30 to 40 points for my school loan. So as of January, and I'm not trying to just boast out here and just tell you guys I got it all, but I'm just trying to be transparent, and hopefully that you guys learned that as of January, my credit score was at 805. I was like, hey! I was very, very happy. I was like, I've reached the excellence level. Baby is balling. But yeah, it reached about 805. So it definitely helped my credit score tremendously. So yes, please, the more you pay off, the more it increases your credit score. Let's see, what other question? Did the loan people give you a congratulations letter for paying their money? They did. I mean, that's the least they could do. It's the least that they could do. Yes, it wasn't necessarily like a congratulations. It just pretty much was, your loan is at a zero balance. You paid off your loan, and that was pretty much it. I, I mean, it was nice to see, but it didn't really help. But now it did help with my taxes. Yes, that definitely helped my taxes because I was able to present that to my tax company, to my tax rep, and he was able to input the interest that I paid for that year into my taxes, so I can get extra coins back. Which is why I was able to pay off that group A so fast and not have to stress because I knew I was gonna be getting an extra income somewhere, so that I don't have to be like totally $0. Okay, thank you. Love your laugh, by the way. Thank you. I think I got it from my mom. I think we laugh the same. I think most of my family members, we all laugh exactly the same. Miracle said, how were you able to pay it off within a year? Did you make any changes in your spending? Yes. Miracle, I don't know if you just joined us, but yes, I made a lot of changes in my spending, and I'm gonna post this video again. So if you had just joined us, please go back to my page and watch the full video. And while you guys are at it, please go ahead and follow me on my YouTube page. I do have a YouTube channel. It's Queen Esther Cannon. Please subscribe. Click the notification and follow and share. I really want to build my family on my YouTube page. The link is in my bio, so definitely check that out. And that's where you can find the how to save video, so that can help you, because I feel like they kind of go hand in hand. If you can know how to save, you can you'll be able to tap into how to pay off your school loans. But yes, Miracle, I did change my spending habit a lot. One of the things I said was I had to be really, really selfish with myself. Honestly, my relative would let you know, Senior should let you know, I don't really spend a lot on myself. I don't know how to spend money on me. I can spend money on other people when I'm asked to, but I don't know, like I don't really shop that much. Back in college, I used to shop every year. I don't really shop that much, but I really changed a whole lot. Like my food, the things that I didn't really need to eat, I didn't buy. My family, if they did not absolutely need the money, I'm not giving it to you. Like, keep in mind that when you are debt free and when you are filled, then you are able to give. But if you are empty, you can't really give out. So like focus on yourself first and make sure that you tackle your debt and get that out of the way so that you can have extra to give to people. So yes, I had to change a whole lot. I learned how to do my own hair. I mean, there's just everything. I changed everything about my life. And so that kind of helped me to really be able to save a whole lot, to be able to pay it off. Sinora, how did you reward yourself after such a great accomplishment and the many sacrifices? So just as mentioned, I don't spend so much. I love interior decorating, so I like to buy things for my house, which I probably will be doing an apartment tour video when I finish decorating. But the way I accomplished myself was I took a vacation. I was like, you deserve it. You need this in your life. My birthday was in March, and usually I take vacations every single year. But for the past 3 years, I couldn't do that because I had to save a whole lot. So I rewarded myself by traveling. I went to London. I went to Paris. I had such a great time. It was my 33rd birthday, and it was just amazing. This was like right before quarantine just like hit us. So yeah, that's how I rewarded myself. It was a relief not to have that debt on my head. Was I scared? Absolutely. But I knew I could do it, and I knew that I had a game plan, and I knew that I had God to be able to help me out. So yeah, that's how I rewarded myself. I booked a vacation. I went to London, and I went to Paris. I still have not edited the video. I'm gonna post the video on my YouTube page, so please stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for asking that. Powerful question. Yeah. Reward yourself. I mean, you did it. Buy yourself something good. But please remember, just because that you paid it off doesn't mean that you have to get into debt again. So be very careful, because it's very, very easy to get back into debt. Believe me, it's super easy to get back into debt. What time you're just swiping that card, you just be swiping it. before you know you're, building up a lot more. So be very, very careful. It's super easy to get back into debt. It's hard to pay it off, but it's so easy to get back into debt. So be very, very careful about that. I have 1 minute and 56 seconds remaining. Blessing says, blessing. Thank you. Says this is awesome. Thanks for doing this. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait for us to finish years. Blessing is one of my really, really good friends, and she and I are actually working on high school loans. I hope it's okay that I'm saying this out loud, Blessing. We're actually working on high school loan, and I think she had like 7 sections or 8 sections in high school loan, and we've already paid off 1 section. So we are tackling the other one. Quarantine is stopping us. But quarantine is not going to stop us from paying that loan. We have a game plan. In 1 year. Blessing is going to be debt-free also from school loans. So I'm super excited to be working with her and doing that. And if you want me to do this with you also, please reach out to me. I don't mind going through your loans with you and just really tackling it with you, and helping you to be accountable for it so that you can be able to get it off, cleared out also. How did you handle unforeseen expenses that may or may not have delayed getting your loan? Life happens, emergency happens, and you just have to do it and get it. And that's why from 2017 to 2019, I couldn't do it. You just take it one day at a time and just still have your goal in mind. Yes, you're calling me this week. Absolutely. Perfect. Please call me. But yeah, life happens. My family will tell you, things happen and you just have to take care of it. And just, still stay on the plan. I have someone like me to be, to help you to be accountable and get you back on your plan. I have 24 seconds. Talking so fast, yet so clear. Thank you. I talk really, really fast, guys. I hope you guys heard everything I had to say. But thank you, guys. Please follow me on my IG, Queen Esther E, and also my YouTube page, Queen Esther Ikanem. Thank you so much for joining me. God bless you guys. Bye-bye. This was so fun. Thank you, guys. Oh, my God. Sorry for crying.